talk to me about the character Anne. Like, who is she? What's her whole story?
Okay. Well, Anne lives in the remote wilderness with her husband and daughter, played by Devon Sawa and Summer Howell, and they make their living as fur trappers. And she's chosen this life, and she loves her husband, and they found their bit of safety. But it's not. I think in her heart of hearts, she feels, why can't I live in that house over there and have a more quote unquote normal life? And she goes through a journey where she has to face her own fears and find out sort of just how much she can rely on herself and just how much strength she has in her.
Yeah, and she definitely gets herself into a rough situation because of the path she chooses. And I found that to be so interesting because she kind of knew this wasn't the easiest path, you know?
Yeah.
And can you talk to me a little bit about her resilience and just kind of why she went that way? I mean,
Yeah. Do you mean as far as living remotely the way she
yeah,
does, or
living
for yeah?
remotely and going with a man who chooses, okay, we're
Yeah.
gonna live alone now.
Okay. Well, the way I imagine it, and this might not be what Sean had in mind at all when he was writing it, so this is purely my imagination.
Sure.
But the way I imagine it is that she grew up in a town similar to one that they're close to, but encountered some kind of danger or trauma or something that changed her and scared her in a way that was very deep. And then she encountered this nice man, Joe, and she fell in love with him, and he stood for safety and security and someone to keep her away from the evils of the world.
Mm.
And so she leaned hard into that. And then, time went by, and she's like, but is this still enough for me? Maybe I do still want to see a bit of the world.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we've all been there. So,
Yeah.
seriously, how did you end up with this part?
I ended up getting it at the very last minute. My agent, I was out for a walk with a friend of mine, and my agent's like, I have a script for you to read. Can you read it right now? I'm like, okay. So I went to my friend's house and I read it, and I got about 10 pages in, and they had me carrying heavy buckets of water through the forest. I'm like, yes, I want to go to Winnipeg to do this movie. So I called my agent. I'm like, yeah, just tell him, yeah, I'm still reading it, but just tell him, yeah.
Yes, I want to live out in the woods. The shoot had to be really. It seemed like it was pretty rigorous.
It
Uh,
was.
yeah, can you talk to me about how that was on the set and what you guys
I
did?
mean, yeah, it was cool. Like I was dressed for it, which is great. Rarely the case for actresses, but I happened to be in some very practical clothes, so that was wonderful. And it was cold. It was long hours. It was we're always moving, but the cold didn't bother me that much because I had so much running to do. So much running and carrying things and just freaking out that I was always just like, I'm warm enough, I'm fine, I'm sweating.
Yeah, because you were either running or crying or shooting or,
Yeah,
cutting.
pretty much for the whole time.
Yeah. Now, as far as acting goes, is this something that you always knew you were going to be doing, or did you just kind of happen into it? Because it's an amazing performance.
Oh, thank you. Do you
Yeah.
mean specifically this kind of performance or acting in general?
Yeah, acting. Was this something that you'd always?
Not always. I went to an arts high school just outside of Toronto in Etobicoke,
Mm.
and I was studying painting there, but they had a theater program, so I did a couple of plays there, and then I kind of, and I always loved movies. I watched tons of movies when I was a kid, so I think secretly I knew I wanted to do it, but it took me until university to kind of admit it to myself, like, okay, maybe this is something I could actually pursue. And then I went to UBC and I studied, and then, yeah.
Were the some of the butchering scenes a little bit difficult to shoot?
Yeah, they're difficult to shoot at first. It's like the first shock of it, right? It's like something gross is there, you have to do something with it. It's like, oh, it's horrible. And then, but then, one time, two times, it's the same as nudity. It's like the first 5 minutes you're terrified, and then after that you're like, whatever.
Oh my gosh, that's we're yeah. This is it was it, it was fun. That movie was so okay. Are you method or because there are some moments of emotional rawness that are pretty killer.
Thank you. No, I'm not method. Like, I don't try to keep a character all day on set or anything. I just don't. For me, I mean, I admire people who can. I don't think I'd have the stamina for that. I have to laugh in between, or I'm gonna go nuts.
You walked up to
So
craft services like with rabbits. You're like, hey guys.
I was, oh my God. There's just times when it was like, we are supposed to go to lunch somewhere and they're like, oh, you can't go in there. There's kids in there. I'm like, okay, somebody bring me out my lunch.
What? You're
Yeah.
covered in blood.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, that was it was a fun movie, a great yeah, it was a lot of fun. And so who would you want to I mean, who would you want to work with in the future? If you had one actor, director, is there a
Oh,
dream?
just one? There's lots.
Yeah,
I
just
mean,
one. We've
there's
only got
lots. Okay, I'm gonna pick one off the top of my head, and I'm gonna say Darren Aronofsky.
ooh. Okay. Requiem for a Dream, man.
Yeah, I know, but the movie that haunts my dreams still, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's one of many, many.
Yeah.
David
That
Lynch, another one. David
oh my
Lynch.
God. Yeah, definitely. We just had a screening of Eraserhead and it was
Oh
so
yeah.
fun. Oh God, okay, okay. So let me trim up with a lightning round here.
Okay.
So favorite horror movie.
Rosemary's Baby.
Ooh, okay. Okay, favorite Halloween candy.
Um, any of the little packaged chocolate bars, any and all of them, but probably Coffee Crisp. I think that's a Canadian thing.
It's totally a Canadian thing. Coffee,
Okay,
what?
yeah. Coffee Crisp.
What is
They're
that?
amazing. It's like, cookie wafers and chocolate and like a kind of a coffee flavor. Oh, I didn't realize that was so Canadian. There you go.
It's not like it's maple, Norm. Okay, and finally, you are a movie with the. Well, let's see. Yeah, a movie starting with the letter L.
Orlando.
L.
Oh, L. I think you said, oh, okay, okay. Uh, um, oh my God. Labyrinth.
Got it. Okay, and
Okay,
finally,
that was hard.
your way. I was gonna tell you X or Z or something, but
Oh, jeez.
okay, and your one wish for 2021.
That this vaccine is all a go and we all get out of this shit.
Yeah, agreed. I'm telling you. Well, yeah, that's all I got for you this morning. But I hope that you had a good time. I had a great time talking to you, and I also had a
I did, yeah,
time,
thank you.
wonderful time with the movie. Really enjoyed it. So thank you so much for your time, and please
Yeah, thank
stay
you.
safe out there.
Yeah, you too.
Okay.